Everyone to you tonight from St. Louis. Sorry, let me get my hand out of the way. I wanted to talk to you all tonight about my experience with public speaking and what I went through today as part of the Maximum Lawyer Conference. So I know I was talking to a lady actually that cut my hair the other day, and she told me that public speaking is actually one of the scariest things for her, that there's no way that she could ever do this thing. And I was like, okay, I think I can actually still do this. But it got me thinking a little bit. It planted that seed of doubt inside of me where I was like, can I actually do this or not? And I knew I was going to be speaking in front of at least over probably 100 people or so. And I was like, all right, can I do this? So even prior to my talk today, one of the things I was doing was working on breathing exercises. So I was focusing on just out and kind of just going for it. And I do think that the first few minutes I was crazy nervous. Most people were like, I couldn't even tell that you were nervous. You were just fine. Everything seemed okay. And I was doing a talk on mindset, and I had rehearsed it easily, I think 15 to 20 times. I knew the material. I had PowerPoints to help direct me, left and right. And so it kind of really all right. But I think the first couple minutes I was super nervous. My heart was going crazy. Thought my voice was shaky. I thought that. Um, and then it kind of just felt like I zoned out a little bit to where I just went and things just happened. And I got out of my own way. I got out of my head and just talked. And it was really well received. And I'm grateful for the chance to have been able to talk to people tonight, and to have told them my story. And it's one of those things where public speaking is not as bad as what people think. I actually had somebody, a really good friend of mine, come up to me afterwards, and he goes, have you ever? It's like, I was watching your footwork as you walked back and forth on the stage, and it seemed like you've taken coaching on how to speak. And I'm like, dude, I've never done that. It's like I just walked back and forth, kind of at the right spots within what I was saying. Thanks, Travis. It's one of those weird things where I'm like, it just fit right for me. And he looked at me and he's kind of like, dude, that's a bunch of bull. He's like, I know you were counting your steps. And I'm like, no, man, really, I've never done that. And he asked my wife too. And it was one of those great things for me where, it was a compliment from somebody that I actually really look up to and admire. And so it was nice to hear too in that sense. And so I know for a lot of people out there, public speaking is terrifying, but I do think it's that like just initial jump for that first minute or so. And then after that, you're just in the zone because you're the person that knows what you're going to talk about, how you're going to, react, things like that. And it's super helpful. And the fascinating thing about it is post the talk after it happened, I've had people coming up to me, saying how they've enjoyed it, things like that. And it's been an interesting and weird feel for me to kind of take that, those accolades, things like that. Carol, thank you so much. And it's one of those things where I'm like, to get the kind of, hey, that was a really good talk. I obviously doing it in front of my wife where she's kind of there to intentionally critique me has been one thing. But doing in front of a big group of people is very different. And hopefully, and I do know, I mean, people have come up to me and told me, but people have gotten value out of what I've had to say. And so it's my experience as public speaking is not as bad as you think. I know it's not as bad as dying. And so if you have the opportunity and have a chance to get out there and put yourself out there, do it. You've got the story to tell. Everybody has a chance to go out there and do something great. So definitely go out and do it. And I'm looking forward to day 2 of MaxLawCon tomorrow. So hope everybody has a good night, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.